Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well guys, my name is Nurma Yulia as the moderator of the first group, and here we would like to explain about history of translation and the rise and the development of translation. Well, and my partner, Yatul Hasana as the first speaker, and me, Nurma Yulia as the second speaker, and my last partner is Diva and Martinisi as the last speaker. Okay, maybe that's all. Here we go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hasana. I'm the first speaker. In the first group, I would like to tell you about the early history of translation. The word of translation comes from a Latin term, which means to bring or carry across. Another relevant term comes from the ancient Greek word of metaphrasis, which means to speak across. And from this, the term metaphrasis was born, which means a word upper word translation. These terms have been at the heart of theories relating to translation throughout history and have given insight into when and where translations have been used throughout the age. It is known that translation was carried out as early as the Mesopotamian era, when the Sumerian poem Gilgamesh was translated into Asian language. This dates back to around the 2nd millennium BC. Other ancient translated works include those carried out by Buddhist monks who translated Indian documents into Chinese. In later periods, ancient Greek texts were also translated by Roman poets and were adapted to create developed literary works for entertainment. It is known that translation services were utilized in Rome by Cicero and Horace, and that these uses were continued through to the 17th century, where never practice were developed. It is argued that the knowledge and findings of Greek academics was developed and understood so widely thanks to the translation work of Arabic scholars. When the Greeks were conquered, their works were taken in by Arabic scholars who translated them and created their own version of the scientific, entertainment, and philosophical understandings. This Arabic version were later translated into Latin during the Middle Age, mostly throughout Spain, and the resulting works provided the foundations of Renaissance academics.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurma Yulia as the second speaker of the first group, and here I'd like to explain about the famous translator throughout time. And in this session, I would like to little story about the translation itself. Well, talking about translation, it's not far from the translator profession. And being translator is not so easy as we think. Well, let's see in the past. There was a famous translator who was lost his life because of this work. His name is William Tyndale. His job is to translate the Bible into English. And he was executed in the Holland 50 and 36. From this case, we can already see that how sensitive this work is. I mean, how sensitive this work as the translator is. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Whether they be contemporary or historical pieces. Crucially, the need to understand the culture of the original country and that of the target audience is further insight by modern tools and practices. Although some instant translation services are capable only of meta-page translation, literal word-for-word translation, specialist firms, platforms, and translators are able to translate text and spoken word into multiple languages, whilst observing the relevance and culture of the target receiver. Thank you.
Well guys, maybe that's all from us. We say sorry if we have many mistakes. The last mistake. Assalamualaikum